Here we are going to talk about some frequently asked questions regarding how to view and print one student at a time. So on this bottom tab that says View and Print One Student, you're able to come up to the top here in this column labeled D and type the student's name. As you can see, it says student name with an arrow. So in this cell right here, we're going to type the student's name exactly the way it appears in the first sheet called documentation. Okay, so as you can see, I typed in MH. As you can see, nothing populated. Now if I type MHH and click enter, you will notice all of the student's data appears. This is extremely important that you type the name exactly the way it is on the first sheet labeled documentation. Now this includes capitalization, spaces, and spelling. Now note, you cannot edit on this page. If you see an error, you are not able to click on a cell and change it. If you do, it will delete all of the data. So you can click undo, and if there is something that you need edited, you will have to go back to your first page called documentation and edit the information there. This is only a page to view and print from. We are not able to edit on this sheet. Now, when we are on this sheet, if we would like to print information for this student, you will come up to the top where it says File, and there are two options. You can click the Print or the Download as a PDF. Okay, so if you click Download as a PDF, it will make this into a PDF, which you can then email, or you can save it to your computer for further reference. If you want to print the data, you would select Print. You will notice there are some options: Current Sheet, All Sheets, and Selection. You can leave it to say Current Sheet because you'll only be printing the current sheet that we have selected, which is the View and Print One Student only. And it should say Fit to Width and Landscape, and that's already going to populate for you. So all you would click then is the Print option. And it will bring up a print preview so that you can see what the print view will look like. Now you will notice mine came up in black and white because that is how I have my printer set up currently. If I'd like to change that, you can change the destination of where it will print to select a printer that is able to print in color. Also, you will see here where it says color, you'll have to select color. And after you select this one time, your printer should remember that setting and it should automatically bring up the color option next time you go to print. Now the options are, if your printer is able to do two-sided, you could select that option, but you do not have to. It's saying at the top here there are a total of 3 sheets of paper that will be printed. And you can see the student name will be on the top. I wrote school year. If you'd like to type in the school year on the top like that, you may. You don't have to. And you can scroll through and you will see that all of the student data for this one student for the school year will be printed. And I'm going to click cancel. And I'm going to show you an alternative way of printing. So if you go to the documentation tab on the first sheet, you're also able to print from this page. Now when you print from the documentation tab, you will have to filter out the student that you'd like to print. Okay, so with that being said, we will select the box here in this corner, make all of the cells blue to make sure that our filter is turned on. Sometimes I like to turn the filter off and then back on again to make sure that all cells are selected. As you can see, there are no boxes next to the top here. That means the filter is off. If you hover over this icon, it'll say filter. You'll notice these white little boxes with triangles in them appear, and that shows that the filter is now on. Okay, so if you want to filter by student name, here's the column that says student. If you select the little box, you're able to temporarily clear and select just one student's name. You can scroll down and select, or you can use the search icon to search a student, and I'll look up the same student that we just had up for our previous example, MHH. Click the name, you'll see a check mark, and you click OK. And now it will show you data only for this student here, MHH. And you can see this green line right there. You can also see that this box has a green symbol in it. That is showing you that the filter is on and only one item is being selected. And right now it's being filtered for this student, MHH. And if you look over here, the rows are numbered, 257, 251, 239. They're not in sequential order because it's only showing you information for this student. So it's hiding information for the other students. Now with that being said, if you'd like to print from this page, you'll have to scroll up to the top of the document and you will copy the information that you'd like printed. So you will select the first box in the first row titled Month, and you will scroll over as you are selecting what you want printed. And let's say we want to print all the way over to frequency. And we drag our cursor down to select the items that we want printed. Go all the way to the bottom if that's what you want to print. And you will notice these items are in blue. This is the selection that we would like to print only for this student. Now we come over to File and select Print, and you will have to click Selection. It'll automatically come up to the top here where it says Current Sheet, but you'll need to click the button that says Selection to make sure that you're only printing what you selected for just that one student. If you select Print, your print preview will then populate and show you information that you selected, and it will only include student information for MHH. Same as I said before, you can select color and your printer and select print. Okay, now let's say you want to filter this out a little bit more and not just the information for MHH, but maybe you want to see the information for MHH during the month of March. You could clear all the other months and only select the number 3 and click OK. You can turn on the filter for 2 different variables. Now you notice there are 2 boxes here, the month and the student, that are green. This is showing that it is filtering for the student MHH and only showing you information for the month of March. Okay, so that's a way that you can turn the filter on for multiple variables. As you can see, there's that dark green line there and the green on the top, and that is showing you the filter is on. So to bring the rest of the students back, you can click the green box here and select All. To bring the rest of the variables back, that box will turn white. Click this green box, select All, and that will bring the rest of the students back. And as you notice, the numbers will go back into sequential order. 188, 189, 190, and then all the students will return. If you'd like to turn your filter off, you may. You'll notice these boxes here at the top will then disappear. And if you want to print or download again, all you do is click the corner box, turn your filter on, and then you can select by whatever variable you then choose. Okay? And if you'd like to scroll over, you could select the box over here that says Medicaid, and say you want to filter and only see the students that are Medicaid eligible. Select the box that says yes, and now you're able to view your students that are Medicaid eligible only. Okay, come back over here to the green box and turn that filter off so you can view all students by clicking Select All. Okay, you can go ahead and turn that filter off to make sure that all of your students return.